Hi, how are you doing? My name is Amber. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my channel already said my name is Amber. I am a 22-year-old girl who has multiple disabilities. My primary disability is called cerebral palsy, which affects the way that I talk, use my hands, and use my legs. Um, sorry that I have been posting videos for a while. I was up to other things that I will catch you up on that in another video in the near future. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, I just checked my YouTube account and I have like uh, 91 video sub subscribers. So thank you very much for those. Hopefully, we can get to 100 before December. And because on December 7th, it will be my birthday. So let, let's see if we can get to 100 subscribers by my birthday. I think we can uh so uh, so the uh, so for those of you who know, we have been reading the book Wonder by Audrey Palacio. Um, and I'm going to continue with the because I think this is a good book for for uh, um showing acceptance for people who are different in general, not for only those who have a disability. So, anyway, this is anyway. I have done my makeup and this is my first time that I did contouring on a contour on my own. So if you like it and want to see a video on how I do that with cerebral palsy, leave a link. Leave a comment on the video, and I'll see if I can do that because I take video requests. Um, so yeah, your feedback is what's important for me. So so let's see where we left off, and please click the like, subscribe, and comment on my videos because your support is really important to me, and I always use the feedback that I get so that I can make better quality videos, and you would enjoy. Um, but why um why I found the page, I want to know, since Halloween is around the corner. What do you dress as for Halloween, or do you don't do anything? Leave, leave your answer in the comments section below. Um, okay, so to recap, this is uh when August goes to the when August goes to to school on the first day. Okay. Uh, more who gets our language and the relationship at the coffee shop who calls me honey and gives me a lollipop whenever they see me. I love my neighborhood of North River Heights, which is why it was so strange to be walking down these blocks, feeling like it was all new to me. Suddenly, I swear I knew a street I've been down a million times looked totally different for some reason, for of people I never saw before, waiting for buses, pushing strollers, because and foot and turned of height place. We walked next to it like she used she does, and mom and dad were behind us. As soon as we turned the corner, we saw all the kids in front of the school, hundreds of them talking to each other in little groups, laughing or standing with the parents who were talking with other parents. I kept my head way down. Everyone's just as nervous as you are, said Ria in my ear. Just remember that this is everyone's first day of school, okay? Mr. Tishman was greeting students and parents in front of the school entrance. I have to admit, so far, nothing bad had happened. I didn't catch anyone staring or even noticing me. Only once did I look up to see some ghost looking my way and whispering with their hands cupped over their mouths, but they looked away when they saw me and noticed them. We reached the front of entrance. Okay, so this is it. The boy said that, putting his hands on top of my shoulders. Have a great first day. I love you, said Leah. Give me a big kiss and a hug. You too, I said. I love you too. Ollie said that, hugging me. Bye. Then more hugged me, but I could tell she was about to cry, which would have totally embarrassed me. So I just gave her a fast, hard hug, turned and disappeared into the school. Okay, this chapter is called Lost. Lost. I was, I, went straight to room 301 on the third floor. Now I was glad I got on that little tour because I knew exactly where to go and didn't have to look up much. I noticed that some kids were definitely staring at me now. I didn't think of pretending not to notice. I went inside the classroom and the teacher was writing on the chalkboard where other kids started sitting at different desks. The desks were in a half circle facing the chalkboard, so I chose the desk in the middle toward the left, which I thought would make it harder for anyone to stare at me. I still kept my head way down, just looking up and up from under my bench to see everyone's feet. As the days, as the desk started to fill up, I did notice that no one sat on next to me. a couple of times someone was about to sit next to me and then change his or her mind at the last minute and sat somewhere else. Hey August, it was Charlotte giving me her little wave, and she sat down at her desk in the front of the class. Why anyone would ever choose to sit way up front in the class, I don't know. Hey, I said the hello. Then I noticed Julie was sitting a few seats away from her, talking to some other kids. I know he saw me, but he didn't say hello. Suddenly, someone was sitting down next to me. It was Jack Will. Jack, what's up? He said, nodding to me. Hey, Jack, I answered, waving my hat. hat, hat which I even immediately wish I hadn't done because it felt kind of uncool. Okay, kids. Okay, everyone. Settled. Everybody settle down, said the teacher now facing us. She had written her name. Miss Pet also on the chalkboard. Everybody find her seat. Please come in, she said to a couple of kids who had just walked in the room. There was a seat right there and right there. She hadn't noticed me yet. Now the first thing I want everyone to do is stop talking, and she noticed me put your backpacks down and corridor. She had only hesitated for minute of a second, but I could tell the moment she saw me. Like I said, I'm used to it by now. I'm going to take attendance and do the seating chart. She continued, sitting on the edge of her desk. Next to her were three neat rows of according folders. When I call your name, come up and I'll hand you a folder with your name on it. It contains your class schedule and the co- combination lock which you should not try to open until I tell you to. You lock a number is written right on the mm, class schedule. The 4-1 that some lockers are not right outside this class, but down the hall. And before anyone even thinks of asking, no, you cannot switch lockers and you can't switch locks. Then, if there's time at the end of this period, we're all going to get to know each other a little bit, a little better. Okay, okay. She picked up the clipboard on her desk and started reading the names out loud. Okay, so Julian Albans, she said, looking up. Julian raised his hand and said, here, at the same time. Mm. Hi, Julian, she said, making a note on her seating chart. She picked up the very first folder and held it up toward him. Come, pick it up. She said, kind of no nonsense. He got up and took it from her. Then she handed a photo to each kid as she read off the name. As she went down the list, I noticed that the seat next to me was the only one still empty, even though and there were two kids sitting at one desk just a few seats away. She called the name of one of them a big kid named Henry drove drove friend who already looked like a teenager. She said, Henry, and there's an empty desk right over there. Why don't you take that seat? Okay, she handed him his folder and pointed to the desk next to mine. Although I didn't look at him directly, I could tell Henry did not want to move next to me. Just by the way he placed his backpack on the floor as he came over, like he was moving in slow motion. Then he plopped his backpack up really high on the right side of the desk, so it was kind of like a wall between his desk and mine. Mayor Markovich, Miss Petroso was saying, "Here," said the girl about 4 desks down from me. I was nodding. "Here," said the kid that had been sitting with Henry Joplin as he walked back to his desk. I saw him shoot Henry a "Poor you look." August Thomas said Miss Petrosa. "Here," I said quietly, raising my hand a bit. "Hi, August," she said, smiling at me very nicely when I went up to get my folder. I can't I kind of felt everyone I running into my back for the few seconds I stood in the front of the class and everybody looked down when I walked back to my desk. I resisted spinning the combination when I sat down, even though everyone else was doing it, because she had specifically told us not to. I was already pretty good at opening locks anyway, because I used them on my back. Henry kept trying to open the lock but couldn't do it. He, he was getting frustrated and kind of cursing under his breath. Miss Petroso called out the next few names. The last name was Dracula. After she handed Drac his folder, she said, "Okay, so everybody write your combination down somewhere safe that you won't forget. Okay, but if you do forget, which happens at least 3.2 times per semester, Miss Garcia has a list of uh, uh, all the combination numbers. Now, go ahead, take your logs out of your folders and spend a couple of minutes practicing how to open them. Though I know some of you went ahead and did that anyway. She was looking at Henry when she said that. And in the meanwhile, I'll tell you guys a little something about myself, and then you guys can tell a little about yourself, and we'll get to know each other. Sound good? Good. Mm, mm. She smiled at everyone, though I felt like she was smiling at me the most. It wasn't her trying to smile like Mrs. Garcia's smile, but a normal smile. Like she meant it. She looked very different from what I thought teachers were going to look like. I guess I thought she looked like Miss Powell from Jimmy Neutron, an old lady with a high bun on top of her head. But in fact, she looked exactly like Mon Mon Mortimer from Star Wars Episode 6. Haircut kind of like a wo- voice, and a big white shirt, kind of like a tunic. She turned around and started writing on the chalkboard. Henry still couldn't get his lock to open, and he was getting more and more frustrated every time someone else called one of his. He got really annoyed when I was able to open mine on the first try. The funny thing is, if he hadn't put the backpack between us, I most definitely would have offered to help him. Okay, this chapter is called Around the Moon. Miss Petosa told us a little about who she is. It was more boring stuff about where she originally came from and how she always wanted to teach, and she left her job on Wall Street about 6 years ago to pursue her dream and teach kids. She ended by asking if anyone had any questions, and Julie raised his hand. Yes, she had to look at the list to remember his name. Julian. That's cool about how you pursue your dream. He said, "Thank you. You're welcome." He smiled proudly. Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit, a little about yourself, Julia? Actually, here's what I want everything to do, everyone to do. Think of two things you want uh, other people to know about you. Actually, wait a minute. How many of you came from the beach before low school? About half the kids raised their hands. Okay, so a few of you already know each other, but the rest of you, I guess, are new to the school. Right? Okay. Mm. So everyone think of two things you want other people to know about you, and if you know some of the other kids, try to think of things they don't already know about you. Okay? Okay. So let's start with Junior and we'll go around the room. Julian scrunched up his face and started tapping his forehead like he was thinking really, really hard. Okay, whenever you're ready, Miss Petrosa said. Okay, so number one is that I'm doing you a favor and start with your name. Okay, Miss Petrosa interrupted to help me remember everyone. So, what do you think of the book so far? I like it. I even saw the movie. Com- Comment on what do you think is better, the book or the movie? And, in my opinion, the movie was okay. I like the actors, but they left some important parts out of the movie, which kind of sucked. So, don't you hate it when pages are stuck together? Yeah, I hate it. And wait, back to the book. Oh, okay. So my name is Julie, and the number one thing I like to tell everyone about myself is that I just got background mistake for my read, and it's totally awesome. And the number two thing is that we got a ping pong table this summer. Very nice. I love ping pong, said Miss Patosa. And does anyone have any question for Julie? Is Battleground Mystic multiplayer or one player Cedric kid named Miles? Not those kind of questions, guys, said Miss Patosa. Okay, so how about you? She points to Charlotte probably because her desk was closest to the front. Oh, sure, Charlotte didn't hesitate for even a second, like she knew e- exactly what she wanted to say. My name is Charlotte. I have two sisters, and we just got a new puppy named Suki in July. We got her from an animal shelter, and she's so cute. That's great, Charlotte. Thank you. Okay then, who's next? Okay, so thank you for watching my video again. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.